Hi, YouTube. Hi, TikTok. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Day in the Life, it seems like. Um, how are you? Welcome. Put a one in the, or sorry, tell me where you're from. I'm Mary and I'm in Texas. I came to social media looking for a better way to earn money. In my business, in order to earn more, I need to buy more leads, spend more time, which means less time with my family. And I couldn't do that anymore. I was just so burnt out. And with service based, you can only do you're one person, right? So how many people can you if you provide a service, um, it's difficult to scale it. So I came to social media looking for a better way to earn money. And what I found was that, see, I didn't expect to make a lot because I didn't have a lot of extra time. And what I found totally shocked me. And that's what I want to talk about today. But I want to talk about how you guys are doing. Happy New Year. As you should. Welcome on TikTok. .com. Welcome. Where are you guys from? I'm always thrilled that we can connect because I'm in my home. How would I ever connect with you outside of social media? So this is really cool. If you are on YouTube, please like and subscribe so that you'll be notified every time I go live, but also so that I can grow the channel. It would really help me. I just started the channel a few months ago and I have like 7 subscribers, so that would help me a lot. If I could get past 10, that would be or 100 or 1,000, that would be awesome. All right, so if you're on YouTube, welcome. Put in the comments where you're from. TikTok, welcome. I'm really so grateful for you all. Are you guys struggling in 2025 already? Or are you like, does it feel heavy? Does it feel like there's some income things that you were doing in 2024 that maybe you started a business or you have a side hustle, but your hopes for that side hustle, for that business just aren't manifesting? Well, that's what I want to talk about because I was struggling to continue in a business that I was having difficulty scaling because it's service based. So, waking up every morning disappointed in myself, in my income, and just always having to like look at the bills and like how are you going to manipulate your time so that you can cover all these bills. So that was like really hard over the last couple of years. I have always had extra side hustles to supplement my business. So I'm just going to tell you my story. I just came to social media um, like last May, just looking for different ways to make extra money. And I was doing affiliate marketing. And that was it's super fun. I love interacting. I love showing you all the products and all that. But at the end of the day, I didn't make very much. I think I made like $7. So yeah, that's not going to work. So I was just kind of on social media and I know people are crushing it doing affiliate marketing. And I know I probably didn't do it right. I get that. I get that. But my biggest deal was that I don't have a lot of time to spend, figuring out a process that other people are following. I didn't have time to sorry, I have to fix this hair. My hair, it's bugging me. All right. I didn't have a lot of time to just like create processes and systems. I needed something that I didn't even know what I needed, to be honest. So that's why I thought I'd jump on here and we'll just have a conversation because maybe there's someone else that's struggling in the same way I was. I didn't know what I needed. I didn't really hope to find like talk about daring to dream. I didn't really dare to dream too much because I'm like, I'll just be disappointed. It won't be out there. I was looking for some way that I could make money, a lot of money in a little bit of time. And, I like my service based business. I do. My goal was always to scale it to the moon. But in order to do so, I had to keep buying ads or keep buying leads, excuse me, keep buying leads. Um, But where I got stuck was, again, I didn't have a lot of time to find the right thing. I just had to kind of go with affiliate marketing. So when I did that, I kept hearing about people talking about digital marketing. All right, put a one in the chat if you've heard, like I did, about digital marketing, how people were crushing it. And I hope you all are doing great. Happy 2025. Happy New Year, everybody. See, when I think of digital marketing, I was thinking about, like, when I hear marketing, I hear sales. And I'm like, it just kind of like, it wasn't that interesting to me because I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to have to be chasing customers, living in the DMs, cold calling anybody. I don't want to have to, follow old processes like friends and family. That's like an ancient process for sales that they're still using today. Like, especially if you guys are in network marketing, how many people have tried network marketing? A lot of people in our community that I'm a part of have come from network marketing and found out, look, they can change the commission structure at any time. You're really just contractors. Um, so a lot of people were just like me, which I kind of knew, but I'm like, well, I need something now. I don't really need, like, to know I'm not alone. Like, paying my bills, like, I don't need to know that other people have the same problem. Like, that wasn't my problem. My problem was finding something that I could believe in, that I could run and get 100% profit, where I didn't have to get rejected. So I kept hearing people talk about all these things connected to this digital marketing course. Hi, Yolanda. Hi, Terry. Terry Berry. That's cool. The CC, welcome. If you all don't know me, my name is Mary. I'm in Texas. Um, Type in the chat where you're from. I'd love to know. Because I'm kind of tracking, like, is it pushing out my lives to just the US or other countries or just a certain part of the US? So when you put where you're from in the chat, that really helps me to find out. Maybe I have to say some different keywords like India or Europe or Canada or the US, because I know the algorithm picks up on certain keywords. But I came across this digital marketing course. And the first thing I started noticing, so this is not sales or anything, I'm just having a conversation with you guys. The first thing I started noticing is, Joshua, welcome. You know what's weird? Hang on a second. You know what's weird is I did a live yesterday and I didn't even see comments until after I got off the live. So I don't know, like, should I be swiping left maybe or swiping right? Okay, well, as soon as someone makes a comment, maybe I'll see it. Okay. All right. Um, anyway, so I'm just, a normal human, just like you guys, running a business, being an entrepreneur. My main goal is to bring my boyfriend home so that we can both get off the hamster wheel. Like, how many have worked in corporate America? Yeah. So myself, my boyfriend, we have bachelor's degrees. I have an advanced degree. I've never really used it. I mean, I have used it for certain things, but um, honestly, when I went to school, and I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but when I was in school, my number one thing was, yes, I want knowledge. And hi, Susanna. Yes, I wanted to learn, like business law, that's important. Accounting, that's important. It's all the courses in school, in college are important. My main thing that has always driven me is making money. Always. So when I worked for someone else, I was super demotivated because I'm like, I'm never going to make more than that one wage. And then when I went into sales, I'm like, oh, unlimited sales. But then I didn't own the company. So I'm like, I wasn't building anything for myself, right? So got laid off from a big company, an insurance company, and I'm like, you know what? I'm never going to work for anybody else. I'm always going to have side hustles. I'm going to work on other things. And I knew I had to get another job, which I did. But I also started building a business. And that has been a life changer because when I built this other business, anyway, I don't want to go too much into the weeds, but I was like, I, number one, have to work for myself. Number two, I have to have a flexible schedule. And number three, I'll work harder at that than I will for anybody else. Hi, Lori, welcome. So I wanted to tell you, so I built this business, right? And it was great, but I was getting tired because in that business, if I'm not buying more leads, spending more time, I'm not making more money. So in order to make more money, I have to do those things, buy more leads, spend more time, which meant less time with my family. And that was the opposite of what I wanted. Hi, Lori. Thank you for liking. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. So the problem with that was I'm like, what's the point of having a great, making more if I have no time with my family, right? Have you ever experienced that? Like you're grinding all the time and it's like, I'm exhausted. My family's not getting the best of me. You know, they're, they're watching me work, it's like, that's not fun for anybody. I totally hear you, Lori. I'm taking that as a yes. I'm taking that as a yes. So what I found on social media, yeah, right, and it's heart wrenching. Like, you know, like my pets would look at me like, really, like, when are you gonna? Yeah, right, Lori. Yep, yeah. And I was like, well, when is it gonna be that magical day when I get to have more time? And I soon realized, wait a minute, I'm following a business model that's not gonna allow me to do that. And that was, okay, soul crushing and disappointing, but, I didn't know what to ask for. Like, I didn't know, like, "Okay, I'm gonna pray." I don't even know what to ask for. I don't know what I don't know. And I kept seeing these lives on social media, yeah, on social media talking about digital marketing. I'm like, "Okay, digital marketing is growing. Okay, great." But I didn't know what it was. And finally, someone said, "Look, with this specific course." Hey, Jada, welcome. They As I watched different people talk about this one course, first of all, the main thing that intrigued me is all different people were talking about this one course in digital marketing. And I'm like, okay, I've seen older people, I've seen younger people, I've seen married people, I've seen single moms, I've seen um, people like myself that are um, wanting, entrepreneurs, but they were all talking about this one course. I'm like, okay, this cannot be fake because people don't pull off something fake like that. They seem like totally legitimate. And they're like this, they were just talking about their journey and they weren't salesy. They weren't like hammering me in the DMs, who wants that, right? They were just talking. And right, Lori? Yeah. So I started looking at this one course. I'm like, what is it about this digital marketing course? And what I finally found out is, okay, let me give you this example. They promote like 4 to 5 different products, but it's not yeah, Lori, right? Yeah. So they promote like 4 or 5 different programs or products, excuse me, digital products that they didn't make. They didn't have to change them. They didn't have to see if they were in demand, and they didn't have to price them. All of that was done for them. I'm like, well, that's cool because I don't have time to be figuring all that out. Um, because just like you, I'm sure you're probably working or you're doing a side hustle. Figuring all this out from scratch like did not interest me. But what interested me and why I ended up joining is because I found out that these 4 or 5 digital products were already in demand. People were already buying them. They taught people how to make money. That's what these products do. And something called master resale rights. So I'm like Googling master resale rights. And I'm like, what is it? Well, it just means that you have the right to resell the products over and over that you didn't create. And I'm like, is that for real? And I'm like, okay, it is for real. My research showed me like, this is a real thing. So then I was trying to wrap my head around this business model. And finally, I understand. So if you've heard of master resale rights, let me just give you this example. So I'm really just on here today, just kind of having a conversation about my journey, and in case you've heard of this too. Yeah, Lori, right? Yeah. So like, okay, we all go to the grocery store, right? The grocery store is selling things like ice cream. Yep, that's right, Lori. Yeah. Like Ben and Jerry's ice cream. The grocery store didn't make Ben and Jerry's ice cream. They didn't make all the different brands of cookies. They didn't make, all the different brands of like Cool Whip and all that. Like the grocery store just has the right to resell them. And that's what these people were doing in this digital marketing course. They were following a proven process that worked for many different people from many different walks of life, from different countries, Africa, Europe, Canada, US, South Africa, India, I believe. So they were just using their right to resell these products to help other people make money. Hi, Eric. Welcome. And I was like, okay, so they're reselling products they didn't make that are already in demand and that can actually help other people make money. I'm like, that's cool. I was just like, that is so cool. Because with my free time, I 100% want to help other people make money. Because honestly, what would you do if you had an extra like $900 every week? Like, would that change anything for you? Because when I thought of that, I was like, yeah. And then this community was like, no, think bigger. Like, think $900 a day. I'm like, all right, well, let's look at that. Let's look at that. I'm sure you all, of course, you could figure it out, but I'm just going to do it for you. $900 a day is $6,300 a week. Which is, it's been a while since I did this. I think it's $328,500 a year. Hold on, let me get my calculator. Let me just make sure. Hang on. And then I just want to tell you like how my mind was blown with this community. All right, hang on. 900 times 365. 328,500. Okay, so that's right. So get this. The community was like, no, you got to think bigger. Go bigger. $900 a day, which instantly like blew my mind. I'm like, oh my gosh, that would be like life-changing for us. That would be like amazing, like beyond amazing. And then I'm like, 6,300 a week. Oh yeah, we could do that. And then 328,000 a year. I'm like, mic drop, literally mic drop. I'm like, I just got to breathe. Like, I just got to breathe. And it was funny because as I was learning this, I was like, just breathe, Mary, just breathe. My brain was like going, and it was like, are people really doing this? Are they really making $900 a day? And hang on, stay with me. And guys, they're keeping 100% of it. They're keeping 100% of it. They don't have to split it. They're not splitting that 900 with another company or another person. It's 100% goes right into their bank account. So now it took literally like a couple weeks to get all this digested. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And then I'm looking for like, have you ever looked for like this other shoe to drop? Like, okay, what's gonna happen? Like, hey Jada. I'm like, okay, let me just think this through. I'm like, okay, so what's the downside? What's the downside? Like, because then I thought about time. I'm like, "Oh, no, okay," because 'cause I've been in sales before, and I'm like, a lot of the top earners were working easily 60 hours a week, 80 hours a week. If you were in car sales or as a realtor or they were they had to put in so much time. And then I heard what these people did is at the beginning, like, they were telling me their business could be set up in a couple of days. And I figured out this was like a business in a box where hi TA, Tay, hi Tay, hi Ken, welcome. So I figured out that this is really like business in a box that is about like 90% already done. So I'm like, all right, tell me about time. Tell me what is the time commitment to this business in digital marketing that's 90% done. Like I'm still looking for the like, okay, is there going to be an area where I'm going to be disappointed where I can't do it? And what I found out is that this community, the income producing activities, so I'm just going to share your income producing activities. All right, follow along because I think it's better if you're like me, like I like to have stuff written down. So let me just show you the income. Here's what I found. The income earning activities. Okay, 30 minutes a day you go live. I'm like, okay, I could find 30 minutes. I could find 30 minutes because it doesn't have to be at any time. I'm like, okay, I have 30 minutes to go live. Just tell me what to say. And then, all right, what else do I have to do in to earn income with this digital marketing course? 30 minutes a day. I post free ads. I post free ads. Okay. And then okay. And then in 1 hour a day, I post 3 pieces of content. Okay, so 3 videos in an hour. So all that is literally adds up to 2 hours a day to do the income earning activities. Okay, so I'm like, okay, but you know as well as I do. Full disclosure, guys, full disclosures. I'm building trust with you. Full disclosure, when you start anything, it takes longer because there's a learning curve. Like you got to learn like okay, so I'm like, how am I going to figure this stuff out? What free ads am I going to post? Like what are they? And they're like, "Oh, we give you the free ads." I'm like, "Okay." And they're like, "And they're proven to work." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, another mic drop moment." But then I'm like, "Okay, well, I can carve out 2 hours a day to do all these things. I can do that." Okay, screenshot that because I'm going to erase it. Okay. So then I'm like nobody even said when I was looking at this, nobody even I never heard. I mean, they probably said it, but I wasn't on every live stream for every person in the community. But they have webinars every single week, which are live and recorded. So about 2 to 5 webinars every single week, which actually when you hear webinar, I'm like, it's probably like fluff. It's probably like stuff I already know or I'm not interested in. So after I joined the Legacy Builder community, I found out these webinars, guys, they are so juicy. They are so not fluff. They are literally like where are you stuck? Go do this. And Q&A. So someone else's problem was the same problem I was having, or the same challenge. Like we've all been making videos for a while, right? You know how to make a video. I learned how to do social media the right way. Like literally the right way. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, that was helpful. That was really helpful." And then I got like so addicted to these webinars because I was learning massive amounts. So yes, full disclosure, in the beginning, you're going to do your 2-hour work day, but then maybe another hour to watch one of the webinars in the beginning. Okay, so it's going to be like maybe 3 hours a day. But that's nothing compared to if I had to start all this from scratch. Hi, Fallon, welcome. If I had to start this from scratch, I would never do it because I don't want to spend my time building a website, building a funnel, building the automations. And I found out you get all those in the Legacy Builder. They're already done for you. I'm like, wait a minute, you build me a website? The funnel is already built. The automations are already working, like the email automations that I would send out. I'm like, you're going to give me the emails? I'm like, and they're like, yeah, and they're proven to work. I'm like, oh my gosh, like another, like, just breathe. So then it was like, okay, so nobody, when I was first looking at this, like I was like, have you ever been super thirsty, like super parched, and all you can think of is water? I was like, how much? How much? How much? Because that, I mean, if it's like 15 grand, I'm out. If it's 10 grand, I'm out. Like 5 grand, I'm out. I'm like, okay, so how much for all this? Um, so I was like going through all the live streams, like, just say the price. Cause I was like, my gut, have you ever had that gut feeling? They call it women's intuition, but literally, um, handball kid, welcome. My gut feeling was like, you should do this. Hey, David, welcome. My gut feeling is like going over all the things that I just talked about. And it's like, this is the thing. This is the thing you didn't even dream of, Mary. This is the thing you couldn't even like make a list about. And they're serving it right up. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then again, I was like, okay, okay, okay. How much? Because I'm like figuring out a way, like, okay, how much is it? And how much will I have to grind in my business to get it? So I'm like, all right, all right, all right. And then, people were like super nice on their live streams. They were like answering questions. Olga, welcome. They were like answering questions. And I was like asking lots of questions. Um, and then, I like what my friend Cindy talks about. She's like, not all goals are the same and not all budgets are the same. She goes, I'm borrowing her phrasing, she said, that's why there are 4 different or 5 different um, income streams with this program. And you just buy the digital product for the one that makes sense for your budget. I'm like, oh my goodness. But what I learned, and full disclosure, guys, when you buy it's the highest priced digital product is $900, less than the price of a laptop, guys. And it's one time, and that's it, and you get everything. And I'm like, really? So my brain is going like, ooh, I could find a way to do that. I could find a way in my business to grind out a little bit more and have something to show for it and be part of this community and learn these skills, learn attraction marketing, learn how to um, do the email campaigns, get the funnel, the automations, get all that. And I'm like, ooh, that's interesting. All right, put a 1 in the comment if you want to see the website that they built me, that they'll build you too. Um, so I was like, this is super cool. I'm like, I could do that. And so here's the digital products. I'm just full disclosure. All right. Because we're live, we're just having a conversation and put in any comments or questions that you have, because that's why I'm here. I want to, first and foremost, my only reason for going live right now, guys, is to encourage you and to give you hope. Because I was in that place where my dog got really sick and I didn't have the funds to have her get all the tests that she needed. And that was a very dark, painful, panic, anxiety ridden place. Cause I'm like, in my business, I, the business that I had then, that I still have, um, I'm like, I'm gonna have to really grind in order to make more. And I'm like, but she needs my time. I can't just, and I was like, time and money, and constantly like coming up short, right? And that was painful. I was like, I never want to be in this place again. And so when I heard about this and I'm like, okay, let me get this straight. So I can learn these skills. It's a proven process and system. It's going to step me through everything. I'm like, I like it because I don't want to ever have to not be able to get something that I 100% need. So if you've been in that place too, where you're like going to the grocery store, like using the calculator on your phone, like trying to figure out how much you're putting in your cart and making sure you have enough. And it's just demoralizing. And I'm like, checking what's in your account, like again, before you walk into the grocery store, and knowing you need more than what you can get. It's a terrible feeling. But with my business, I'm like, this is 2024. I'm like, there's a lot of people in this community, like that this digital marketing course in May of last year, when I first looked at it, it was like April or May, like 27,000 people, which I'm like, that's a lot. To me, that's a lot. I don't know about you, but I building a community that has 27,000, I'm like, they must be doing something right. Like they must be really over delivering. They must be really satisfying people because people don't continue to join if it's not good. Get this, by October of 2024, I'm sorry, I looked in May of 2024. Just 5 months later, there were like 43,000 people in the community. I'm like, holy smokes, almost double in 5 months. And now there's way more than that. And I'm like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. People want to make money. People want to make extra income. People want to change their lifestyle. People want to stop working for corporate America. It's not sustainable. There's no pensions anymore. Even a 401k. When was the last time you heard somebody like retire well because of their 401k? Like in our generation, like really? I've never heard of like a pension that really where you could live the good life. Like, corporate America, like, how many of you have ever had a terrible boss, a toxic boss? I had a boss once that was fooling around with a coworker of mine. I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" I'm like, "I don't need this dysfunction. Like, you guys are ridiculous," And I'm like, "Why am I coming to a place every day working to build someone else's business and having to hear about all this dysfunction, and it's toxic, and I have to ask to leave early. I have to, and I know, like, I worked a long time in corporate America, and I'm like, I'm so tired of having to ask to take a vacation day, to ask to, like, oh, I have to let you know if I'm going to be late. I'm like, I'm late. It just irritated me because I'm like, I'm an adult. Why am I being treated like a child? This is insane. And when you go to take your vacation, like they have to approve it. Like, is anybody so done with that? Like, is anybody so done with PTO and not having a flexible schedule? And at the end of the pay period, it's still not enough. Like, it's still not Like, like, and you know what you're going to get paid every 2 weeks, but it's like still not like, hey, I'm going to Tahiti because I made so much. No, like it leaves you lacking. It's just enough to not be broke, right? And gas to get there, packing a lunch or buying lunch, you're away from your pets, it affects your kids, your family. I'm like, I am so done working for someone else. So I've been working at home since there was a brief period I went back to corporate America, which is super painful. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go into that, but I'm like, get this, guys, get this. Okay, I know I'm oversharing, but at the university level, because I have a graduate degree, and remember, I have a bachelor's and a master's, but remember, they never once taught me how to make money. They never once taught me how I can make money on social media, how I can run a business in a way that I could go out and just step by step do it. In all those classes, I never once learned how to be a millionaire, how to make $900 a day. Never once. It was all theory. It was all, and I learned a lot. Don't get me wrong. But this is like the crowning touch. I was working for a major university and they offered that I could teach for them. And I was all like, ooh, that's cool. That's cool. Until I found out how much they were going to pay. The pay was so low. I figured like to do the job, a really good job, it would amount to about $20 or less per hour. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, so I kept turning down their teaching contracts. I'm like, no, like that's a step back for me. Like, no, like it's a heck of a lot of responsibility and you're not even going to pay me very well. So anyway, I will never work for anybody else, but let me talk about you real quick because your customers, this is what they'll see. They're going to see your beautiful website. Okay. And all they're going to do is put in their email. And that's when your automations are going to serve them the information that they're wanting. Because your customers are going to say, well, what is this about? I need more information. Hang on. I clicked a wrong button. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. Okay. Oh, I still clicked about. Okay, hang on. There it is. Okay. So your customers are going to go here because they're going to say, hey, Ken, hey, Tay, hey, Fallon, hey, Lori, Handball Kid, David, Olga. They're going to say, tell me more. And you're going to send them to your website. This orange box, they just put in their email. What they're going to get because the automations are done for you, they are going to get to see, let me see, I think I might have to, they're going to see this video. Let me refresh it. Hang on. Let me just refresh it. Okay. They're going to see this where it says thanks and a video, which will explain everything. And then that's what they'll see immediately. Okay. Then they're going to get an email. So you have to tell them, hey, check your spam. They're going to get this email, a daily pay online business that works for you 24/7. They're going to get that email. And that's a video. And it'll tell them, it'll answer every single question. So they're going to see 2 videos. All right. At any time, your customers can click this blue button and choose the digital product that they want to purchase from you. By the way, it goes right into your account. So this is the one I got, the Legacy Builder program. It has actually 5 income streams. So if your customers are like, yeah, but what do I learn? What do I learn? Well, yes, one way to do it is they can just resell these 4 or 5 digital products. They can resell them because of the master resell rights you get and because of the master resell rights they get. So they can resell them over and over and over. That's one way to do it. Let me tell you, this Launchpad digital product shows them how to launch an online business. The Daily Pay Blueprint shows them how to make passive income while they sleep. This Digital Mastery digital product shows them about email campaigns, attraction marketing, and the legacy builder shows you how to create your own product or community. But you can either resell them immediately, you can resell them. That's what most of us do, just resell them. Because I don't have time to create my own community right now, although I would love to. But like if they're like, hey, Lori, or hey, Olga, David, what do I do? I would recommend the legacy builder because you instantly get 5 income streams. They just gave us another income stream over Thanksgiving. So it's 5 income streams that they can instantly resell. But look at what your customers are going to see. They're going to go here and you won't have to like live in the DMs. You won't have to answer all these questions. You don't have to make phone calls. You don't have to, yes, they can email you, but you won't have to like, as soon as you won't have to do all the getting them started. As soon as they make a payment, like they just choose here that they want to sign up. But here's loads of testimonials. Here's a blurb about you. But look at what they get. They're going to find out loads and loads of testimonials. They learn everything they need to learn. They sign up and they get instant access to the community. So what's really cool about that is they can sign up while you're sleeping. So at 2 a.m., they can sign up and you don't even have to push a button. It's all automated. Your business is automated. So they'll get instant access to the community. They're going to see a video. It says, get started. They're going to learn all the steps they need to do. So you're at that point, you're like, it couldn't be easier, right? And meanwhile, you get that $900. So what I'm doing though, I'm doing a little more hand holding because sometimes, they get into it and there's so many videos and they're also juicy. People don't know which one to watch first. And they're like, yeah, but that's really cool. I want to do that. And I want to do that. I'm like, okay, let me help you focus. So that's where I come in, where you will jump on a live Zoom call with me and I'll literally share my screen and say, here's where you need to go first. Watch this video first. Focus on, there's a video that says, be profitable in 7 days. In other words, make back your $900 in 7 days. So I want you to follow that first, but you got to get connected. You got to get the website. It's done for you, but you got to connect it with your payment portal. Everything steps you through it. Don't freak out. Just breathe. Just breathe. It's all in the blueprint. Literally everything has been thought of. Everything. And get this, when I first joined, hi, Sunny, hang on. I want to tell you one more thing and then I got to jump off. Okay. When I first joined, first of all, if you have to go, just go here, freedomdailypaybusiness.com. Can you see it? freedomdailypaybusiness.com. Okay. I'm going to take it down, screenshot it, 3, 2, 1, freedomdailypaybusiness.com. Just go there. That's my website where that is my website that they built for me. That's this page. And just put in your email. Just put in your email so that I can be connected with you. Okay. So that if you have questions, you can just email me. But again, you'll, so that's where you go, in case you have to leave. So what was I saying? I don't know. It's just amazing. Like, I'm just so enthusiastic because if you want to make more money, if you want to get out of the grind that you were in 2024, where you're just like, how much longer can I keep doing this? How much longer can I keep doing all the things that really aren't lighting you up, that aren't filling your bank account? I mean, you have to do something, because here's what I realized. If I change nothing, then nothing is going to change for me. And I'm like, I don't want to keep not spending time with my family. I don't want to keep not being able to go on vacation or not being able to get a new sofa. I don't want to keep worrying that my laptop's going to go kaput and I don't know how I'm going to replace it. Like I'm like, I'm done with that. I have to do something else. Laura, yeah, right? I mean, these are just I'm just a real person just like you, right? And I'm like, I have to do something. So I just made a plan and I'm like, I kept watching the videos, but what was really cool is that I was still researching while I was grinding in my business. And I'm like, I know I'm going to get this legacy builder, but I was still like, let me just watch some more live streams. And it just really excited me because I'm like, these people are just having fun. They're there's all what's really fun is I'm telling you how you can make more money. Like I'm telling you how you a pathway that's proven to work, how you can make more money. So if you don't want to make any more money, if you don't want to change your lifestyle, if you don't want to, there's got to be something in your life that is like you either need more time or more money or both. When I worked for someone else, like I was like, the benefits aren't that good. I'm like, it was like really not the medical when I worked for someone else. I was like, it's okay, but there was no telehealth, and I'm like, anyway, since I've been self-employed, I just go to the marketplace. Like you know, and I get as good benefits. Anyway, I don't know where I went with that, but my point is I just got so tired of asking for time off, asking for like it was just always like I felt like I was a child asking a parent to like my dog's sick. I have to go take care of my dog, you know? Like I cannot be here, And I'm like, why? It just didn't work for me. And I was like, I love my business, but my whole goal is to be really successful, to be in the seven-figure club. All right? That's $1 million. That's my goal. But if you're not in a proven pathway to get there, how will you get there? Like if you're not in a system that's going to help you make $900 a day, how are you going to do it? I mean, realistically, how are you going to do it in 2025? If you're saying, I don't know, you should check out this program. Like, I didn't know it was for me until I checked it out. Just check it out. It could be the thing that massively improves your lifestyle, but you won't know until you check it out. All right, I am going to jump off. Oh my gosh, I've been on here 48 minutes. Remember, I told you for the income earning activities, I'm supposed to only go live for 30 minutes. 30 minutes a day, go live. Okay, I've been on here 48 minutes. See how it could take more than because I'm having so much fun with you guys. I am so thrilled that that we're connected. Hang on, let me take a drink. I'm just so thrilled that you spent a little bit of time with me today so that hopefully I could bring you some hope. I really I would go to bed tonight with a smile on my face if I knew that I actually brought you guys some hope today. That you don't have to start saying I can't have this or that. You can start saying I can have this or that. I can have a new car. I can move into a nicer place. I'd change your address. You can go on vacation. You can travel. You can have a flexible schedule. You can spend more time with your pets, with your kids, with your partners. You can have that. What would this year be like if you started just getting those things and started like, oh my gosh, I made $900 today. Like, what would that be like? Would that even change anything for you? Would that change and excite you and get you like, I have to tell more people about this? Because that's really my vision, is to build a community like you guys. Like I don't have a lot of time right now, but to build a community of people that are like let's go out and change some lives and tell people that they don't have to keep grinding, that there's a proven method, a proven way where they could be the grocery store, where they can resell products they didn't have to make that are proven to sell. Let's help other people make money. I would be really like, that would be just so cool. And I'm excited that you guys have stayed on. I'm excited, like, I'm just really grateful. Like, Lori, thanks for all the likes and the hearts. And I hope this resonated with you guys, that please take away from this live stream that you don't have to stay stuck financially. You don't have to stay stuck working for a company you don't really like, or a boss, or building someone else's business. If you're an entrepreneur, you already know that you love building your own business. But if you've tried a few things and not had success, just check this out. Just check this out. Because literally, let me encourage you, you could have your business set up in a couple of days and be doing what I'm doing. Because I have the opportunity now to make money while I sleep because of the automations. And I want that for you too. Just go to Freedom Daily Pay Business. I'm going to jump off freedomdailypaybusiness.com. Put in your email. You'll see the 2 videos. Just shoot me an email too. Let me know that you did that. I mean, I'll see it, but I'm super excited. So I'll want to, be there for you, to hold your hand, to let you know I'm here, because I've been through it. So I'm happy to hold your hand and get you started, get you rolling. But please remember this, guys. You have to be consistent in the 2-hour workday. You have to be coachable, 2 hours a day minimum, right? In the beginning, just think of 3 hours. That's what I did. Actually, I did more than that because it's also juicy. I'm like, be consistent, be coachable, and I don't know, be consistent, be coachable, get excited. Set your goal as you're going to be profitable in 7 days. All right. I am jumping off. I'm Mary. I'm in Texas. I hope you all are having a great, blessed day, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.